usually what we most need to do.
Hello, how are you? I miss y'all at 12 noon. I thought I can go to the dentist and then come right back and do a talk. Mm-mm. That did not happen. My top lip wasn't moving. It wasn't cooperating. I go to J&J Family Dentistry and Dr. Johnson, he's very gentle. He knows I don't like pain, and he's very gentle with me and comforted. They're back to back. And so when you think about the number of people that are going to be laid off, people that are going to be replaced by artificial intelligence, to say nothing of the people that are being replaced by the coronavirus that's interrupting businesses, and businesses are laying people off. They're making rumors that you're going to be laying us off. Is that true? He said, absolutely not. And I took him at his word. And that was on a Friday. And come Monday morning, they laid us off to call us and say, don't come in. I said, whoa, are you kidding me? Left the message on the answering service. Not even the courtesy of calling and talking directly. Make your move now. I learned something from that. Let me tell you what I learned. If you wait until the hammer falls, you can't think clearly. I was shocked because I got relaxed and I took them at their word. In this volatile environment where we are right now, you have to look out for yourself and for your family. And this is a time that you want to have an expanded repertoire of things that you're doing to generate income. This is a time that you want to use all of your talents, abilities, and skills. This is the time to be creative, to have the kind of mindset, what am I going to do now? A lot of people are not thinking about acting in the present to create something now, just in case. Having a just in case strategy that will eclipse the income that you're now generating is important. I talked yesterday about working harder on yourself than on your job. And because of that experience, when I got off from work, I went home and I worked on myself. I had X number of things that I would read, quotes that I would memorize. I had coaching sessions working on developing my message, had a strategy. I said, I will never, ever be put in this kind of position again because of my choices. The people that are stressed out, the people that are waiting on a relief check, which isn't enough in the first place, they don't have a game plan. And it's difficult to create a game plan when you've lost your job. The pressure, the stress, when you have creditors breathing down your neck, it's challenging. Not saying that it's impossible, but it's challenging. And so we've never been in this place before where the impact of something hitting the country locally, nationally, and globally, and everybody's impacted by it. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. It's an employer's market. People interview you and treat you like you ought to be glad you got a job. They take you through all kind of changes because they know you have limited options. You want to create your own options for yourself. Don't underestimate you. You have the ability to create something else. You have the ability to stop and to think and to refuel and to restructure your life and find something that's you that you want to do that and earn money doing that and build from there, not putting your hands into something that's not you and going to another job. They're not paying any serious money out here. And nobody's going to pay you as much as you're going to pay yourself. I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two, as the commercial says. I'm 75. I've seen it. So make your move now. What dream have you put on the back burner? What talents do you have? Something that you've been recognized for, something that you've been complimented on, that's your superpower, that you can monetize that you can create some kind of service with that. And all this stuff that's going on right now, it is a market for people that are vigilant and people that are creative. Yes, because there are people who need help, people who need all types of services. And so now there are various new industries that's being created. The price of financial freedom is vigilance, watching and observing. Opportunity does not knock on every door. It stands by silently, waiting for you to recognize it. If you understand and relate to what I'm saying, I want you to put voice in the comment section, because I'm working with a new class of people who want to tell a story and use their voice, use their knowledge. Knowledge is the new currency, and use their experiences and things they have overcome. And they want to do what I do. I do seminars, workshops, and speeches virtually. I used to travel, but things have changed. So I made the adjustment. If you are ready to make the adjustment for the change that has taken place, and they say, well, this is going to go through 2021 to 2022. Okay. Look at the fact that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry that I'm in. Coaching, speaking, being a life coach, helping people to learn how to restructure their lives and reinvent themselves. And that's where you come in. This is a time, just imagine, parents who can't deal with their job and their children too. This is different. And things happening to kids. This is not in a normal environment. And so this is the time to think. What is there that I can do that I can monetize this? There are parents who just, when they send their kids to school, they're saying, thank you, Jesus. But when they come home, they can't handle it. And now when the kids are now home with the parents working from home, that's a whole new dynamic that we've never been in before. And the kids, it's going to take some time for them to adjust to it. And just imagine somebody who's got 3 or 4 or 5 kids, a single mother or father. What that's like. How many computers will you need for that? How do you hold their attention and keep them focused? And how do you work at the same time to keep food on the table? What kind of support systems, and that's a business idea, never a shortage of money, just a shortage of thinking. What kind of support systems that need to be generated and created to fill that gap? Gaps are from God. There's some things, come on now, this is the time to think, come on. There's never a shortage of money, just a shortage of ideas. Make your move now. Get together with some friends and brainstorm. Don't worry about all the people that's dying from the coronavirus. Our heart goes out to them and to you if you've lost loved ones. But you got to look out and say, what is it? What move do I need to make right now to handle my financial responsibilities, to be able to protect myself, to be concerned about what's going on, but not consumed with fear. This is an opportunity to develop yourself. A lot of business being created right now. People with all kinds of ideas are making serious money. Millionaires are being created now. Billionaires are being created now. This is a time to think. You are 6 inches from success. That's the distance from this ear to this ear. Work harder on you than on your job. Work harder on you than the time you spend wasting time looking at television, wasting time in conversations with someone who's not going anyplace, who's not learning, who don't have any ambition or drive, and their energy does not match yours. I believe in energy. You want to be around people that inspire you, that make you feel good, and run away from people with flat energy, that all they can do is complain. I'm talking about when they're going to come with the check. You should be making so much money from your ideas that when the check comes, it's gravy. It's the icing on the cake, because you have been put in a position where you have to produce. And when that happens, you start thinking. I'm telling you what I know. When I lost my job in radio, I started cutting grass in Columbus, Ohio, WVKO. I started cutting grass. And that's what I did as a kid. I wasn't so proud that I couldn't cut grass. And then a guy named Jim Irving from the Communication Workers of America Union, he drove by and he looked, and then he circled the block and came back. Are you Les Brown? I said, yes. Baby Brown's baby boy? I said, yeah. Man, what do you live here? No. What are you doing? I'm cutting grass, man. I'm making some money. Are you kidding me? Yeah, they fired me from the station for editorializing on police brutality. They fired me. I said, I just have to do what I need to do to keep things going until I find a way to get back in broadcasting. He said, oh, man, come on, man. I'll hook you up. You've helped so many people in Columbus. No, I'm going to give you a job. He hired me as an organizer for the Communication Workers of America, AFL-CIO. AFL-CIO. That's it. And so I did. I became an organizer for the unions. I've had so many different jobs. And so my thing is this. This is a great time. You know why it's great? Because you got this computer. You can learn so many things with this computer. If you put the time in and the effort to find something that resonates with you, you can have some fun. I'm having fun. When I got back from Dubai and they said, well, all the speaking engagements where people were gathering, that's gone. I said, well, what else is there? Well, you can speak virtually. I said, I'll do that. I'll have to get on an airplane? No. I could get paid to do it from home? Yes, that sounds like a good time for me. See, you're supposed to be happy. You are supposed to have something that's in your heart, something that you create. And don't underestimate yourself. We get so caught up in the distractions of life and waste so much time. And then one day you look in the mirror and the person that you thought you were is not looking back at you because you've wasted so much valuable time. But don't worry about that. Forget that. Let that go. You can't unscramble those eggs. All you can do is make your move now in the right direction of using your talents, using your skills, using your abilities. Well, I don't know how to do it. Listen, all of us are born the same way. Dumb, naked, and speechless. You can learn. Be willing to learn. And and there's no competition. Most people aren't willing to learn. I saw these young people, these little rappers, they do have their little beefs and they kill each other all over that kind of stuff. And I saw the millions of people who watch them and follow them. And I thought about the fact that whatever you have, there's somebody that's open to listening to it. I was listening to their craziness for a hot minute. I had to get away. I said, oh my Lord. But they found their market. There's somebody that was interested in that. And so if you got an idea, you might be into sewing, designs, or painting, or music, or writing. Somebody's interested in that. And you say, well, I don't have the money. It doesn't matter that you don't have the money. You can find investors. You can find people who have some skills that you don't have and will market you, and you break off a little something to them on the back end. Can you feel it, brother? Up in here, up in here. I want you to feel this is your time. That's the mindset that you want to have. All things work together for good, for those who love God and for those who are called according to his purpose. Feel that you are called. Feel that this is your time and that things are going to work out for you. If you're ready to do something with your voice, with your story, you're ready to learn a new way in which you can earn money in the safety of your home with your computer that won't sneeze on you, that's not asymptomatic, that won't cough on you and infect you with the coronavirus, put voice in the comment section. If you enjoy people, if you enjoy helping people, this is what I do. I was born to do this. I'm not going to do anything that I don't enjoy doing. See, a job, people, the journey of the broke, people do those jobs and say, well, it pays the bills. Is that right? Does that mean that you can't do anything else? That means that you're resigned to do something that's not you, 40, 50 hours a week, something you hate, and then hope that you don't get fired? Come on. No, you can do more than that. Now, I was on that treadmill. I know what I'm talking about. And sometimes there are people who are listening to me. This is not for everybody, but there are some of you saying, you know what? Les, you're right. Sometimes we sleepwalk through life. I'm looking at myself saying this to myself in the mirror saying, wake up. You young people got to think, stay woke. Listen, this is a God moment. God is in this stuff. And as we garner ourselves and get together to get ready to register to vote and to come out in record-breaking numbers to vote in January. But in addition to that, working on your dream, in addition to that, working on financial stability, in addition to that, becoming debt-free. People say money won't make you happy, but everybody want to find out for themselves. Come on. You got it like that. Don't underestimate yourself. The reason that the majority of people do the things they do is on automatic, out of habit. Out of habit. I saw a guy today, and he was going to court. He was a petty thief and drug addict. And a judge was calling people's name. You probably have seen this on YouTube. And called his name. And she looked at him, and he looked at her, and she said, oh my God, you and I went to school together. And she said to the people sitting in the courtroom, this was the nicest guy. And they hugged afterwards, and she sentenced him and gave him a break. And she talked about what a wonderful person he was. And he allowed himself to be sidelined with a drug addiction. He made some mistakes. I believe the world consists of the caught and the uncaught. I believe that everybody is reachable, teachable, and redeemable. He who is without sin casts the first stone. And I believe right now, this is your time. I'm encouraging you to get still and start thinking. Speak, Lord. Speak, Lord. What's my next move? What is it that I need to do? Experiment with a variety of things until you find something that's you. You owe it to yourself, as Dr. Miles Monroe would say, rob the cemetery of your dreams, of your abilities, of your talents, of your voice, of your story. Listen, when this coronavirus mixed with the flu going into the winter, there's some opportunities up in there. Yes. And we're teaching people how to use their story, how to use their voice to monetize doing something that they love, living a life of significance, building a legacy. It takes perseverance, it takes creativity, and it takes persistence and a willingness not to settle. Don't settle. No, 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 no. This is an interruption from God. Don't settle. There's something better for you. Have that in your mind. Have that in your heart. Where your heart is, there your treasure is also. You've got greatness in you. Don't judge yourself based upon your circumstances. Even if you don't have two pennies to rub together, you have greatness in you. And when you're pursuing your greatness, you don't know what your limits are. So you act like you don't have any. Put voice in the comment section. Because one of the things that's so very important right now, people are talking about, oh, loneliness is so very high right now. Well, don't volunteer to be lonely. Get in a community of like-minded people that are going in the direction that you want to go in, that's living their dreams rather than their fears. Be willing to invest in yourself. Be willing to learn something new. Be willing to recalculate your life and take your life in another direction. You are stronger than you give yourself credit for doing and for being. And just have a mindset. This is my time. I had to do that with the first home I bought for my mother. And I never forget the guy, he was so shocked. He came to knock on our door, the sheriff, to evict us, and said, Mr. Brown, I said, yes. He said, sir, we came to evict y'all. I said, and I had the Bible and the Holy Quran. I said, I'm standing on God's word. He said, no problem. Just come outside, sir, and stand on the sidewalk. Oh, behave. I'm laughing now, but I wasn't laughing then. I'm standing on his word. I was praying all night long, saying, God, give me a sign. Give me a sign that you're real. They told me you might not come when I call you, but you'll be right on time. And the guy knocked on the door. I said, you are late. I'm sorry, but I'm serious. But I never stopped believing this was my time. In less than 45 days, I got another house. Doesn't matter what happens to you. What matters is what happens in you. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things that you want, all these things that you desire shall be added unto you. Allow me to work with you, to bring out your greatness. This is your time. This is your time. Make your move now. Put voice in the comment section. Put voice. If you knew what to do, you would have done it. Your best thinking has created what you now have. Now that thinking needs to be interrupted with another mind. Put voice in the comment section. Let me put a smile on your face. Help you tap into your greatness with my crazy self. We're going to have some fun together. Yes, we will. Hello. I'm going to introduce you to Tyrone. You don't know about Tyrone? Tyrone is my little squirrel friend. I don't want to talk too loud. I'm bilingual. He taught me how to talk to his squirrely friends. He's my friend. You'll get to meet Tyrone. Yes. Put voice in the comment section. This has been Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. It's been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. And Dr. Johnson at J&J Family Dentistry, thank y'all so much for not making me cry. Alex, thank you for comforting me, my brother. Oh boy. Oh, Michelle and Marina. Oh boy. Tamara. Is that the right name? Yeah. No. Yeah, I got it wrong, but I know Michelle. Yeah. Listen, you have something special. You have greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Bye for now. Put voice in the comment section. Let's get started. Make your move now. That story you got. Some people can use some guidance right now. People looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. You will teach them that they are the light. As my mother would say, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Oh, excuse me. I'm here by myself, but I got it. I teach anything that's worth doing is worth doing badly. It's worth doing right if you know how to do it. But if you don't know how to do it, it's worth doing badly until you get it right. And I tell you, I'm having so much fun learning this technology. I believe you're never too old to learn and you're never too young to teach. I told my barber, I said, listen, if you can cut my hair at a social distance, I'll pay you $300. He's trying to figure out how to do it. In the meantime, I'm looking like Kid and Play, and I'm Kid.